Alright, I am back with some more Bannerlord, and once again we find ourselves in Wales, but this time we are no longer playing as King Arthur. Instead, it is the beginning of the 18th century, and we find ourselves in a time of muskets. Melee combat is a thing of the past, and now it is the time of gunpowder. Britain is united under a single banner. We are now the Kingdom of Great Britain. And for this playthrough, well, the goal is simple. I've decided to give myself enough renown so we can start as Clan Tier 1. Because otherwise, the beginning of this playthrough will be like all my other playthroughs. And the first episode is just going to be me grinding tournaments and looters until we get there. So I thought we'd just skip that for now. We'll start as Clan Tier 1 so we can become a mercenary straight away. With our trusty musket, we're going to have to raise our own army, and then we will become a mercenary for the Kingdom of Great Britain. Hopefully we can earn some renown and make a name for ourselves and rise the ranks of the kingdom, eventually becoming a lord and then earning some land of our own. But not only that, we're gonna need a rival. The map of Europe is just too large. With all the updates they've had, it would take forever to try and conquer it all. So we need a single rival, and that will be our focus. And well, what better than France? I mean, the French and the British have a history together, so that will be our main rival. The goal is to bring them down. And well, while we're trying to do that, we may also bring down the Spanish. I mean, we've got a bit of a past as well with the Spanish. So maybe we'll do a little 2-for-1 and try to take them both down. I'm not too sure. Or maybe, just maybe, they'll take us down. I mean, they may sail over and completely conquer Britain. You never know in these playthroughs. But if we take a look at Kingdom of Great Britain, right now they're at war with Spain, so we can join them as a mercenary as long as we join them before the war is over. But first things first, we're going to have to recruit some men. I cannot do this alone. We are going to need some of the finest musketeers Britain has to offer. And they have 3 guys. Well, it's better than nothing, I suppose. It's a start. Well, since the other lords have beaten us to the city, they've recruited pretty much every troop here. We did manage to get 3 colonial militia, but it's not enough. We could always rely on the tavern. We could get 14 colonial militia for 700 gold. It will pretty much wipe out all of our gold, and we'll have a little bit left over to pay wages. But it's really not enough. There are some looters here, so if I buy them and chase the looters, we could take them down and earn a bit of gold. That might be the strategy right now. So I will buy them, and we'll go on the hunt. Hopefully we're not too slow that we can no longer catch them, otherwise, well, the plan's a complete failure then. We're gaining on them. We're gaining on them. Come on. There we go. So I haven't played this mod before, so I don't know if looters are still the same standard looters or whether they've actually been upgraded to have guns. For all we know, they might have brought knives to a gunfight, and this could be an absolute slaughter. Alright lads, are you ready? The first battle of the newly formed Gwaggle army, and they've definitely got guns. Alright, good to know. Alright, fire at will, men. Fire at will, and we have lost a man. Ah, the looters as well. They've yet to hit anything. There we go. It took about 15 of you to kill a single looter. What kind of volleys are these? Not only that, but the looters can actually shoot us from there, whereas my men can't. Alright, forward march, lads. Forward march. This is a shocking display for our first battle. How are we supposed to take down the French like this? I want volley after volley. I want 3 shots per minute. So this mod also has flintlock pistols. I'm not too sure. Do I want to equip a flintlock pistol? I could have a pistol and a musket, but if the enemy get too close, things might get a bit scary. And well, we might need the sword. Although that being said, the pistol uses the same ammo as the musket. Therefore, if I just put that on, I don't need 2 sets of ammo, because I mean it has 50 bullets, and you've seen the reload speed. I don't think there'll ever be a battle where I will fire all 50 bullets. If I ever do, that will be amazing, but I don't think it ever will happen. Well, this may or may not fix our gold situation. We are going to become a mercenary for the Kingdom of Great Britain, like I mentioned in the beginning. They're willing to pay us 110 gold for every group of enemies we defeat. I mean, look at the armor. The armor in this mod is also pretty cool. I can't fault it. But we're going to accept. You can count on me. And now we have officially joined the British. And if we take a look, well, we are at war with all of Spain. But not only that, do the Spanish own parts of Italy? They do. Okay. Interesting. They're a bit bigger than I was expecting. But we're gonna have to bring them down. Them, along with the French, cannot be allowed to rule. We do have a little bit of influence right now, so as a result, we are earning wages from our mercenary contract. That'll cover the pay for a couple of days, but that influence will soon begin to fall, and we're gonna have to find some from somewhere. We do have quests, a special weapon order, not really useful. We do have some more looters we can take down in the meantime. Alright, lads. I want a better performance than last time. We lost a man. I don't want to see a single man die this time. If they do, I will go into the afterlife myself and give you a second beating. And you don't want that, alright? So, let's take down these looters, take them down swiftly with no casualties, and show the world the might of the Gwaggles clan. How do you expect the Spanish to fear us if we struggle against some common criminals? Okay, that's a little bit more like it, lads. You got some kills in the initial volley. Oh, okay, my accuracy needs a bit of work, it seems. What if I whip out the pistol? Okay, we've been shot. Hang on a minute, the pistol seems way more accurate. I can actually hit people with the pistol. Doesn't seem to insta-kill, although I don't think the musket insta-kills unless you get a headshot. I can't see anything because of the smoke. And that is the last of the looters, and we didn't lose a single man. Good job, men. Good job. We can upgrade the soldiers into British light infantry, but I don't really have the goal to do that right now, so we're going to keep them as colonial militia. I'm sorry, lads, you will get a promotion one day, I promise, but it is just not today. I'm not too sure what's going on with the war against Spain, because if we take a look at the diplomacy tab, well, as you can see, we've been at war for 5 days and not a single casualty has been inflicted. I really don't know what's going on. Did they just declare war because they don't like each other? Are they actually gonna fight? I have no idea. Alright, well, the king himself has sent us on a suicide mission. He has tasked us with raiding the Spanish to distract them. Well, I don't really know what to do, to be honest with you, because like I said, this really is a suicide mission. Me and my 16 militia have to take down the Spanish. If we can hit 3 villages, he'll give us 15,000 gold, and for doing that, 3,000 gold for every extra village that we raid. Oh man, I don't even know if we have the men to raid villages, to be honest with you. I mean, the village will rise up against us, and the common militia with their own muskets will probably take us down. I'm afraid we're gonna have to turn down your suicide mission for now, my friend. It is good to know that there is a mission that will pay us 15,000 gold, but in my current state, I really can't pull it off, because if we take a look, there's 40 defenders in this village, and if that militia has guns, I mean, even if they're just militia, 40 guns against our 17, it's not going to end well. Now that is a mighty fine weapon. I have stumbled upon an expert flintlock pistol being sold in London. It's a little bit out of our price range. I mean, only a little bit. I'm sure we'll be able to afford it soon. But if we compare it to our current pistol, 80 more damage, 15 more missile speed. And if we compare it to the musket, it's faster, stronger, more accurate. I mean, damn, that is a pretty good pistol. And not only that, but the shop sells grenades. Good to know. We'll have to make a note of that. We need to remember that there are grenades in this mod. We're going to recruit an additional 12 militia from the tavern. That'll take us up to 29 men. In terms of wages, we're still okay for now. We're still gaining money, but soon that influence is going to hit 0, and we're going to start losing 84 a day. So we do have about 10 days worth of wages. Currently, there are some sea raiders here, and they're traveling to a hideout, which means it must be nearby, and that means money. I just gotta find it somewhere. So I'm going to enter a tournament quickly just to get a new helmet. I know at the beginning I said we became clan tier 1 to skip all this grinding, but all I've done so far is take down some looters, and now I'm in a tournament. You try to avoid it, but you just can't help coming back to it. Hopefully we can win this helmet, and then, well, we'll have to take down the Spanish or something. We need a bit of real action. We've been given a crossbow and sword. Bit of an interesting combo. Makes sense. I suppose you can't give someone a blunt musket, although, I mean, I suppose a crossbow would still hurt, shooting someone with it, whether it's supposedly blunt or not. And now we have our brand new helmet. We can start to look the part of an officer in the British Army. There we go. I mean, it is a mighty fine helmet. We just need to get the body armor now because, well, I mean, we look like a common looter. It looks like I've killed an officer and stole his helmet, which isn't ideal. But now that we have done that, I've noticed someone has formed an army. So we're going to travel and join them. I don't know where he's going. He seems to be gathering near Crawley, I think. Yep, okay. We're going to join the army. We have enough gold to last us a couple days. And being in the army, they should feed us, so we don't have to worry about food for the time being. And he has assembled a good few hundred men. Are we actually going to march on the Spanish? Is the war finally going to begin? If we take a look at the diplomacy tab, there's been 50 casualties on one side and 90 on the other. But is the battle finally going to start? Are we going to bring down the Spanish once and for all? And it looks like we have our first target. It is a lone Spanish castle in what looks to be the rough Netherlands, Germany sort of area, I believe. And we have begun our siege. There are 200 soldiers defending the castle, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Although that being said, they do have muskets. So it could be an absolute slaughter. I don't know what a castle defense with muskets is going to be like. Is it just going to be volley after volley of absolute slaughter? Or is it just going to be fire one shot, wait about 5 minutes for a reload, and we've already scaled the ladders? Either way, they have catapults. It would have been cool to have had cannons. Although, I mean, the devastation cannons would cause would be a bit terrifying, if I'm completely honest. So they managed to make 2 catapults, and we are going to storm the castle with a tower and ram. We'll have to see how it goes. This is our first siege of the mod. It could be a fun one. As we are serving as a mercenary, we can't take this castle as our own. So this is purely for financial gain and influential gain, I suppose. If we can cause a lot of damage ourselves, we could earn a lot of influence from the battle. That being said, we're suffering heavy casualties. Oh my god. Okay, lads. Maybe not huddle in a bunch. Maybe spread out a little bit. That would be my advice. Even though we're versing a militia army, they're putting up a good fight. I'll give them that. I need to get a little closer. We've already suffered almost 100 casualties. Majority of those being killed, which isn't ideal. There we go. We've shot a German. I don't know what the Germans are doing here. I thought we were fighting the Spanish. Have the Spanish hired the Germans to do their dirty work and just sent them to their death? I'm trying my best to snipe as many as I can. Do we have anyone playing the flute or drums or anything? Can we get some music on the go, inspire the men and all that? Because right now it is an absolute slaughter and I can't imagine morale is going to hold much longer. Oh god! Forwards, soldiers! Forwards! Do not surrender! We have finally made it to the walls of the castle, and it only cost us, well, 400 men? Is that good? Is that bad? That's about 2/3 of our army gone before we've even breached. And I have been killed. Not ideal. Well then. This has been terrifying. The absolute devastation of gunpowder warfare. There must just be limbs everywhere, bodies everywhere. It is not great. The enemy only had 200 soldiers and they've only lost half their army so far. Now that we've breached, the casualties are not turning in our favour. That kill feed is still red. I think we've actually lost this battle. Oh, it's starting to turn a little greener. Okay, so we did manage to win, but at what cost? 364 dead soldiers, a further 256 wounded, 18 of those dead are my own, a further 8 wounded. I think that's pretty much my entire army. Well, shit. I was not expecting it to be an absolute bloodbath. Look at the remains of this army. The Lord with the most men has 15. That is it. We're probably going to rest here for a little while. I can't imagine we'll march in our current state. And the army has been disbanded. Well, we're now on our own in the middle of nowhere. This isn't ideal. Well, we now find ourselves in the middle of France with nowhere to go. I'm hoping we can cheaply sail across back into Britain. We have decided to make peace with the Spanish, so the war has come to an end. It does mean we have no further enemies, so whether I'm still needed or not, I'm not entirely sure. We go to the port and ask if we can sail to... Okay, so it'll be 200 gold to London. We may as well pay it. I mean, there's no point being stuck in France. I have gathered up some soldiers. I have spent every last penny in my name. We are completely broke. We even lost some morale due to unpaid wages. It is an all or nothing play. Can me and my 28 militia take down 37 looters? If half the looters have melee weapons, this could work in our favor. If more than half have guns, this could go badly. We're gonna have to find out, but I need to earn some gold from this battle, and a decent amount at that as well. Alright lads, are you ready? We are actually outnumbered for once. It hasn't happened before. This could go badly, but if we stand side by side with our fellow soldier, I am sure we will pull through together. The enemy, being looters, are gonna run at us at full speed. We don't have to worry about changing position. We just have to be ready for whatever comes over that hill. A single bit of movement and fire away, lads. Fire away. Nor a single looter leaves the battlefield alive. There they are. Are you gonna fire, lads? No. You're not gonna fire? Can we get a nice volley going, please? There are 40 criminals running at us at full speed. They outnumber us. We need to put down as many as possible before they reach our front line. Fire, men! Fire! Alright, it is time to pull out the pistol. That's one. Can we move while reloading the pistol? We can. The remainder of the looters are now the gunners. This could prove to be a bit of a problem, but we should be alright. Apart from the guy that just died. We'll send his family a letter, letting them know the situation. I'm sorry for your loss. How did he die in the back? I don't know. I've learnt to just not question these things anymore. You may as well charge, lads. You may as well charge. The closer we get to the enemy, hopefully the more accurate you will become. And we've lost another man. I'm trying my best with this pistol. It's only so fast I can reload though. The enemy seem to be ignoring me. My muskets seem to be hit or miss. Mostly miss, I think. And I think that's all the... Oh no, there's still one more guy. And that is it. We have defeated all of the looters at the cost of 5 soldiers. We earned a decent amount of gold from that battle. Along with the influence, we're getting paid a decent amount on our contract. So overall, it was a success. We did lose 5 men, but we did take down 40. We're going to retreat back to London. We're going to sell the battle loot. That'll get us some more gold to last a little while longer. We may have to start running around looking for some quests. That might be the only way to keep us going for the time being, at least until another war breaks out. Not bad. Not bad at all. 1,000 more gold to keep us going. I still can't level up the men just yet. And if you're wondering as well, these muskets count as crossbows, and that's why I've put all my stats into crossbow. Now that's more like it. Faster reload speed. We're soon going to be hitting our goal of 3 rounds per minute. And now, before we run out of gold again, we're going to have to find some sort of quest, some sort of purpose. We need a goal to keep us going. Is this guy about to make the worst decision of his life? He has tasked a Welshman to deliver 10 sheep to the north of Scotland. And by the north, I mean literally the most northern point in the country. I mean, we'll do it because I need the gold. Or I don't think you should have trusted me with your sheep, my friend. But who knows what we're going to find along the way. Maybe we'll find some other quests. Maybe we'll find a hideout. Who knows? Maybe it'll just be a quiet journey north and not a lot happens. And the result was not a lot happened. It was literally just a walk from point A to point B with not seeing a single thing of interest. I thought I'd pay Island a visit. We haven't wandered over this area yet, mainly because I'm on the hunt for those sea raiders and they seem to be running in this direction. Whether they're actually over here or not, I'm not entirely sure, but we did find a merchant caravan quest in Dublin, and that was it. What? We have escorted the caravan. We escorted the caravan all the way from Dublin to Dublin, and it paid us 350 gold. Eh? Okay, well, we're not going to question it. Although I am going to still hunt those sea raiders. They've got to be around here somewhere. Some guy is missing his daughter. I will track her down for you, my friend. Don't you worry, we will soon find her. She's only in the village over. Well, you didn't look very hard, did you? Well, we have found the man's missing daughter. Okay, so apparently they've fallen in love and decided to run away. But how do I know he hasn't kidnapped you? This could be a good old case of Stockholm Syndrome. I mean, your father said he'll pay me. And right now, gold is important. I'm sorry. I hate to say it, but after all, I am a mercenary. I mean, I live for the gold. That is my sole purpose. Although our odds aren't great, we do have a 34% chance. And success! Ineffective. Okay. Not the result I was hoping for. 14%, but a 19% chance of critical fail. And success! Oh! That worked. Well then. Well, that's that. Bye now. And now we continue our hunt for the dreaded sea raiders. I don't know where they are. They're around here somewhere. I swear they are. They have to be, right? Well, I've stumbled upon another village in need of our help. They're being extorted by deserters. But not only that, I see a group of sea raiders. We are hot on their trail. They're patrolling around the hideout, which means it has to be near. The hideout has got to be an island. Have we finally tracked them down? But first, the deserter problem. Well, before we face the deserters, I think it's about time we promoted the men. We have finally built up a decent amount of gold that should last us a little while, so I can afford to spend a little bit upgrading the soldiers. We have a choice between light infantry and pikemen. But now, I think I'll turn them all into light infantry just so we can get a good firing line on the go. And then maybe later on when we're doing sieges and stuff like that, the pikemen might come in handy. But for now, we just need firepower. And it is time to battle the deserters. We are outnumbered. The power level is roughly equal. I'm not too sure what we're facing. We're facing a decent amount of militia, some light infantry, and a few pikemen. But it does mean the majority of them have guns, which isn't ideal. It's never good when your enemy also has a gun. It's only fun when you do. But either way, let's meet them on the battlefield and put a stop to their extortion. Alright men, for once, we have the high ground. It is time to put a stop to these deserters. They're firing at us and we aren't doing an awful lot of firing back, I won't lie. We do have a couple kills though, and we have yet to lose a single man, which is great. Oh, I spoke too soon, we've lost someone. Right, the pikemen are dead. I'm going to tell the men to move a little bit closer because we're having some range difficulties, it seems. If we get a little bit closer, the vast majority of them are militia, so we should be able to take them down easily, men. We are the more experienced army. It's just volley after volley, death after death. Who will come out supreme? Who will be the winner of this battle? I'm hoping it's us. I can't afford to lose a battle already. Maybe it's time to whip out the pistol. With the increased reload speed from our perk, we should be able to rapid fire. Okay, honestly, it's not that great. We need that expert pistol that we saw in London. But at the moment, I'm a little broke, I won't lie. It cost about 12,000, I think it was. Well, we've won the battle. I can't see us losing it now. Oh, and I've just been shot point blank. I didn't reload fast enough, it seems. But at what cost did we win this battle? 11 dead soldiers. Oh man, 11. Although I will say the battle loot seems to be worth it. We now have an official uniform. We must now return to collect our rewards. I'm not too sure what the reward was. I wasn't... Oh, 1,200. Not bad. Not bad at all. We're going to hit up the nearby settlement. We are going to have to recruit some more men. I don't think we'll be able to roam around with just 10 soldiers. There's a decent amount of colonial militia here, so we'll recruit all them. The tavern has some grenadiers, which will be cool, but at the same time, they're expensive. But if we sell all of that battle loot, 3,000 gold. Was it worth it? Is 3,000 gold the equivalent of 11 lives? I think it was 11 men we lost, right? I can't actually remember. Either way, we're still on the hunt for the Sea Raiders. They've got to be around here somewhere. Never mind, we have been tasked with more important things, it seems. The King of Britain has declared war on the French. This is it. This is the moment we have been waiting for. It is time to make the British Empire great again. Although that being said, I'm afraid it's going to have to wait till part 2. I'm sorry, but that's just the way these things go. We've already started assembling the armies, so maybe if we're quick enough, we might be able to get to John before he gets to London. Otherwise, we're probably going to have to pay to sail from Dublin to catch up with him. But if we join one of the armies, the French are right next to us, so I imagine it could be a bit more of a brutal war than with the Spanish, considering the Spanish were a fair distance away. But the moment we have been waiting for, we are going to attack our rivals head on. So, if you're interested in this playthrough and you like what you've seen so far, please wait for part 2, where we will take down the French. But as always, a big thank you to the Gwaggles members for your continued support. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, and until next time, see ya.